Makes me think of sitting here, thinking about my roots, thinking about northern life, northern phrases. Phrases like, you can't get there from here. Or, park your car in the yard. Or, hey, that guy's wicked smart. Or, hey, just give me the clicker. All great phrases, all great things founded, built in a place up north, in a place called New England. Great men who would go and live the midnight ride.
All right, stop the music. Stop the madness, stop the music. Whatever you just said, none of these people are going to understand what you just said. You put so much emphasis on northern things, man.
And we're wicked smart.
You may be. We're in the South, dude.
Oh, I forgot.
You can't be sitting here talking with all these imaginary people practicing a thing,
Right.
not knowing the lingo. I remember back in our first show when you was talking about you're from Canada almost.
Pretty much.
Look, it is the Sam and Caleb show, so I'm going to do you a solid. I'm going to teach you some real deal Southern phrases.
Let's talk about it. Let's see what we can figure out.
Hey, man, come on, sit down. Come to my office real quick. Pull them up on my phone. So,
What's a good starting one? I'm starting like Southern phrase 101.
Southern phrase?
Ease into it a little bit.
There is an ain't. There may be 150,000 scholars in this world, but there is an ain't in this dictionary. Do I hear you Southern people? There is an ain't, okay? So when somebody says ain't in the dictionary, you can say, look again. Exactly.
It's in there.
All right, another one, y'all.
Y'all.
We're big y'all people. Howdy y'all. Give me a good Southern. Howdy y'all.
Oh, I'm not gonna.
Oh, you're not
I
gonna
don't
try?
do Southern. I do a lot of accents, but howdy y'all? No. Okay.
It needs to be a little more from the chest. We're working on it.
yourself.
We're working on it. Another one is this. Hey, if somebody's doing something too fast, you go, hey, hold your horses. You can't.
But you don't really hold the horses.
No, you don't.
You're slowing down.
No, you don't hold the horses.
Slowing the reins.
That was me holding the horses. Look, no, you can't get back. You can't. You even yell it and you say it. Look, hold your horses. That's a big Southern phrase. If somebody's in a hurry, say if one of these people want to leave your service early.
Slow it down.
Hey,
Hold the horses.
hold the horses, not slow it down. Hey, don't say that. You say, hey, hold your horses.
So it's more of a stop in your tracks than it's slow down slow your roller.
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
All right, I can respect that.
Another one. Dag nabbit. We say that all the time because in church you can't cuss. So, dag nabbit, that's for if you did something wrong, you're like, dag nabbit. Or you can say, darn it. It's barn with a D. Darn it. That I'm talking about. So that one, okay? If you're tired, which we're very tired from doing a couple things today.
Yeah.
Hey, you're worn slap out.
Worn the slap out.
Hey, you are, no, not the slap.
Worn slap
Worn
out.
slap out.
Okay. So
Okay.
that doesn't make it appear.
So if I say, hey, Sam, if I'm one of your northern buddies from up north, and I say, Sam, you look tired, man. What's going on?
The Southern response would be, I'm worn slap out.
You darn right it would be.
So none of this wicked tired, I had a long day.
Hey, I need you to do that. Okay? I need you to do that.
All right.
All right, another
Worn
one.
slap out.
Another one is this. I reckon so. So if you agree with something, somebody says, hey man, what do you think? You'd be like, I reckon.
But is I reckon, is it a yes? Is it a yeah? Is it a maybe? Can it change
Oh,
forms or is it always yes?
It's all of them.
It's all of them.
It's all of them.
Okay.
So if somebody says, is it bad? Like, hey, bro, you think that's bad? I reckon. So it's literally, and it's a very slow, kind of groovy word. You kind of go with the flow on. It's not one of those.
Changes depending on the day. And
Yeah. It's not, I reckon. No, and it's not like a pronounced, it's not like I reckon. It's not that. It's, I reckon.
so I don't want to combine phrases too quickly in our
Okay.
vocabulary.
Okay.
But if I were to look at you and I would say, Caleb, man, you look like you're worn slap out, you would say,
I reckon.
okay. So
Yeah.
two phrases to me.
Hey, you're
We put
catching
them
on. The
in
man's
together.
catching on here. Hey, so this one is a very Southern ladies word.
Okay.
This is a Southern ladies phrase, okay? Well, bless their heart. That means it could either be good or that could either be bad. Say if you have a baby who is uglier than the parents, okay? And a southern lady comes over and says, well, bless his heart. That means deep down she thinks that baby is ugly. That's what that means. But it could be like if we feel pity on something. So we're like, well, bless their heart.
Like they're really going through a lot. Like, wow, I can't imagine what they're going through. But you don't say that. You just say, well, bless their heart. They got their hands full.
Right. So it could be like that, or it could be like that negative, well, bless their heart. Yep. So another one. Your grandma is always going to say this if she's a southern grandma, and y'all southern grandmas know exactly what it is. Come here and give me some sugar. It means, don't bring me a cup of sugar, idiot. Come give me a kiss on the cheek. Plant one right there. You know, a bunch of old ladies, they like to grab your cheek and stuff. I'm sure you experienced that when you came down.
Yeah, there's a lot of women that will be very, very up to having their kind of style of greeting. We'll just put it that way. Whatever they're comfortable with, that's what they go with. Well, it's different every day. Sometimes.
Hey, sometimes it's a hug, sometimes it's a squeeze, sometimes it's a kiss.
You never know.
But if an old lady ever comes up, come here and give me some sugar.
Don't grab a whole thing of sugar.
Don't do that. Don't do that. We know you Northerners take things a lot too literally.
Ease up a little bit. Hold the horses.
There you go. Hey. So the next one is this. People tell me that me and you are this all the time. 2 peas in a pod.
2 peas in a pod.
Because peas come in a pod. So, and you know, we farm peas down here. I don't know what y'all farm up there. But anyway.
It's maple syrup.
I've never tried it. You're going to have to bring me back some.
Dude, genuine Vermont maple syrup. Put in a plug for the New England lifestyle. If we didn't have maple syrup, if we didn't have Ben & Jerry's ice cream up there, it'd be a pretty awful place to live. But those 2 things make it decent.
So 2 peas in a pod, that's like your best friend. So if you got a best friend, like, you know, somebody up north or whatever, hey, we're like 2 peas in a pod. Also, if you think something the same as somebody and you two are thinking on the same wavelength,
2 peas in a pod.
hey, 2 peas in a pod, yeah. So, if somebody lies to you, you have a little girl, right?
I do.
Say when she gets grown, because she's a baby now, but say she gets grown, right? And she comes up to you and comes up with some cattywampus lie. That's another word. We're not going to get into that. That's too big for you. She comes up with some cattywampus lie about, oh, this, that, and the other thing. You can look her straight in the eyes and say, look, that dog don't hunt. Basically saying to her, stop lying. I know you're lying. Come on. You ain't telling the truth. So that one is another one. Another one is this. Fine as frog hair. Fine as frog hair. If somebody comes up to you and says, Sam, how's it going today, man?
I say I'm fine as frog hair.
Fine as frog hair. Also, different variations. Okay? Say it to me.
That's fine as frog hair.
No. Say how you doing today?
How you doing today?
Man, I'm fine as frog hair, split down the middle.
Ooh, okay, a little variation.
A little variation. Say it again.
All right. Kev, how you doing today?
Man, I'm fine as frog hair split 3 ways.
Woo!
Woo! You talk about some fine as frog hair.
That's
all
a
right.
good day.
So depending on it could be 4 hairs. You're splitting them all down a minute. It could be anyway. There are different variations. And the last one, all the time, my friend. I have heard this since day one.
It's important.
Hey, were you raised in a barn? That right there is if you leave the house and you don't close the door.
Ooh.
Or you leave the lights on. Or you do anything like that and you just leave and you, without picking anything up, even for like kids out there, if they just, you know, leave their stuff and go into a different room, their mama may yell, hey, were you born in a barn? Were you raised in a barn? Come back here and pick all your stuff up. So you can actually use a couple on these on your family at the house.
We'll use them as soon as we start leaving doors open and we start leaving the lights on. I mean, I'm usually the one that doesn't close the doors and turn the lights off.
Yeah.
Or cut the lights. Is that how they say it down here? Cut the lights or turn the lights off?
Both.
Both. Okay, both ways. But I'm trying. I'm going to work on some of these phrases. Y'all keep me honest. If I'm not using these as part of my everyday speech and vocabulary, you just walk up to me and say, look, you're not saying it right. Get rid of that northern stuff. Get rid of the New England phrases. Use the southern talk. That's what people down here are using. They ain't changing. Y'all ain't changing.
We is not.
Okay? So keep doing what you're doing. I'm going to try to move into some of the southern speak and talk. But this is a segment that's helpful for those who are like me. You found yourself living in the South. You weren't raised in the South. You maybe you were born in a barn, I don't know. But you're trying to catch up with all the speech and the speak and all that stuff. It is like learning a little bit of a different language.
It is.
You gotta sometimes, and I'll be honest, sometimes I've used some Southern phrases. My wife is born and raised Southern Georgia. She's like, that's it. And sometimes she just, that ain't it.
Well, let me tell you, man, when you first came down here, you said some stuff that I was like,
Extremely Northern.
whoa, like, what does that even mean? But we've cleared it up now.
Well, this has been a Southern speech phrase session. And this is our only session we're doing? Only one?
Don't know yet. Maybe
Okay,
we'll have
we
more
may
next
have
time.
some more.
Depending on if you keep
We
using
may
dumb phrases.
have some more advanced Southern phrases throughout the way. But thanks for joining. I'm Sam.
I'm Caleb.
This has been the Sam and Caleb Show. Thank you for grubbing for the dub. Y'all are doing it.
Yep.
Right.